Hi Fresno, this is Jenine Klein, and I have Staff Sergeant Salazar with me today. He is a U.S. Army Career Counselor. Hi.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going really good.
All right.
So I have you here today because I wanted you to tell us all about what it is to be in the Army and what are some of the misconceptions and who do you recruit? What are the qualifications?
All right, cool. That's some good questions. So I do represent the Army. Okay. I've been in for about 9 years, and pretty much my job out here is to look for individuals who are qualified, but also who are willing to accept the challenge and pursue their education, their careers, and pretty much use the Army's incentives to help them achieve their goals. So that's it's my main mission out here. So.
Where are you from originally?
So originally I'm from San Antonio, Texas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, a long way.
A long way. And then are you the first person in your family to be in the military?
And yes, my immediate family, yes. And like in the Salazar family, yes, I am.
And what inspired you to join the military?
Man, that's what I tell everybody. It's like the number one question. I wanted to travel. I wanted to see the world. I did college for about a year, and I sat in school, and I was like, you know what, maybe school isn't for me, because I wanted to travel, and I looked around to my left and right, and people were just buried in books, and I was like, you know what, maybe there's a different calling for me, and so I looked to the Army, and that's what
and then there's some careers in there. I saw it's called a red hat, a parachute.
Yeah.
Now, okay, so tell me what those are.
So you're talking about a parachutist, a red hat. That's a parachute rigger. So
Okay, what is that?
So someone that rigs up the parachute. So I'm airborne qualified.
Okay.
So I'm able to jump out of planes.
Okay.
So my job before I became a recruiter was I'm a 19 Delta Cavalry Scout. So pretty much I'm the eyes and the ears of the battlefield, the first one out in the field, and my job is to survey and do reconnaissance. Now, it could be, the bad guys or like a small town, stuff like that. And I just collect all that information, send it back to my commander, and push it forward.
And then so the parachutist, he would make sure that the parachute is in there correctly, so if a person jumps out, it'd open up.
Yeah.
That sounds like a stressful job.
It's pretty nerve-wracking. So like that's an extra duty on top of my job. So I volunteered to go airborne, to jump out of planes and stuff, and that was about maybe 4 or 5 years ago, and I loved it.
What is the
awesome.
craziest story you have that's made for TV that you can tell me about the Army?
The craziest story. Oh my goodness. It had to be one of my jumps. It was one of the scariest but funniest things that ever happened, and I was getting ready for my first jump and my first night jump. So you go to school at Fort Benning, Georgia, to learn how to jump. You do 5 jumps. You do 3 daytime, 2 nighttime. But like me, I was scared of heights, so I closed my eyes every jump, and that was a nighttime jump for me the whole time. So after that, I went to my unit in Fort Bragg, North Carolina. That's where I was one of my duty stations, and I had to do a night jump with my unit. And I was scared. I haven't done it in almost a couple months because I went on vacation for Christmas and stuff and spent with my family. And then so there I was actually jumping out of planes and doing my job, what I trained for, and I was so scared because the door opens, right? You standing there, and all you can see is just pitch black. It was a night jump, so it was pitch black. I see the clouds kind of because of the airplane, and I was just like, oh my, what am I doing here? And the green light went off. It was burn, loud noise, and jump master was like, go, and I jumped out, just screaming all the way down, and as I'm going down, I'm getting tangled because I didn't jump out right and properly, and I started spinning. So what happened was my parachute got tangled, and it formed like a cigarette roll, and I was just going really fast, and I was like, oh my god! And so I pulled my reserve, and I look up, and my reserve just goes what? It doesn't even go up or nothing. It was funny, and then so I came flying down, and I hit the ground, and I was just like, and I was okay.
You actually fell out of an airplane and hit the ground.
Yeah,
and lived to tell about it.
Yeah, it was scary. It was nerve-wracking. Everyone saw it. They're like, "Oh, dude, you all right?" I was like, "I'm okay. I didn't get hurt or nothing, and I didn't have to go see no doctor or nothing." I just got up and I was like, "Oh man," I was like, "I I was like, how many more years I got here? They're like, you got 3 more. I was like, man.
You're Army tough, man.
So,
you live to tell about it.
yeah, that was pretty funny.
And so then back to recruiting.
Yeah.
And there is training you do on Thursdays. If a person signs up, you help them for basic training.
Yeah.
What is that about?
So it's called the Future Soldier Program. So I get individuals ready who is signed, because everyone thinks it's, hey, you go to the Army and you sign a contract and then boom, you're on the bus, you're gone. And it doesn't work like that. So you got to wait 30 days, right? And within that 30 days, I have to get you ready, or I get you prepared physically, mentally, and then so some of the things to do is like I do a bunch of marching. I get them ready to how to march, how to do different facing movements, drill, military ceremonies, stuff like that. And then I do that for about the 15 minutes, and then we get into the workouts. A lot of running, a lot of sprinting, every Thursday at 5 o'clock.
And then what are some of the misconceptions about the Army that you could tell people about that? They're like, no, that's not true.
Everyone says that, oh man, so everyone immediately thinks, hey, I'm going to go off to war. Everyone's immediate reaction when I say, hey, what do you think about joining the Army? Oh, I don't want to go to war. Well, there's different options, different programs in the Army where you don't even have to deploy or do any of that stuff. If you join the reserves, which is the part-time option, you only work 37 days out of the year, you can knock out your school and stay here. Especially if you got a family or if you're enrolled in school full-time, they're not going to send you out because the Army's paying for you to go to school, right? And then I've seen some individuals who've been in the Army for 7, 8 plus years, even 9 or 10, and they've never been overseas once. So it's pretty much the luck of the draw. It depends on the unit and depends on what job you pick. So there's so many different jobs. It's awesome. So.
And then what is one of the most popular jobs that people pick, or is there one, or is it spread across the board?
Oh no, it's the most popular one that people come in asking for is to be a military police, to be cops, because a lot of individuals want to come in like, hey, what is something you want to do outside of the Army? They're like, well, I want to be a cop after the Army. So I'm like, okay, well, I don't think military police is good because the Army is going to teach you how to do it the Army way, right? And then when you get out of there, right, you're going to have to go to, the Fresno PD, CHP, and they're going to take you to their academy, and they're going to teach you how to do it another way. And so some of the bad habits you'll keep from the Army will follow you. It's just natural. It's natural. And so what I like to say is make yourself more marketable. Choose a career that you can use out here, but also bring to the field. Because when you're applying for these state jobs, federal jobs, they're going to see your resume. And they'll be like, oh, you have military experience. Awesome, we'll take you. I don't care if you're a plumber, electrician, a scout, you just jumped out of planes, any of that stuff. They'll take you right off the bat. So
to support the veterans.
Yeah.
And then there was on your Instagram, you were talking about the VA loans for home, if you wanted to get a home loan.
Yeah.
And as a VA, there's a 0 down payment. I saw that video, so that was a cool perk of being a veteran or in the military right now.
Yeah.
And
100%
so
true.
And then what else? Oh, there is a big Call of Duty tournament.
Yeah. So yeah, you're right. We have the gaming trailer.
Yes,
so
the gaming trailer. That's what I was looking for.
It's a national asset. It goes all over the world. So it comes to California every so often. So it makes its way down south. And so we have the truck for about almost a week. Actually, we have it until January 8th. Okay, and now that I get the things correct. And I want to do a bunch of tournaments. I want to be able to connect with people because I know COVID and all that stuff. It's really difficult, and I think we have about 6 or 7, gaming consoles in that trailer, PlayStation and Xbox. And so my idea is how are we going to connect all these people when they're stuck at home? And people like myself, I'm 28 years old, and I like to play video games. So I'm thinking, how many other people want to play? And then so let's connect these people and let's have a tournament because it's fun. It's reaching out to everybody in the community here in Fresno, and I invited all my future soldiers to come, and they're always there because we parked it at Walmart, the one on oh my goodness, right on Shaw and the 99. There's a Walmart out there. We parked right there, and then today we're actually going to take the trailer to River Park and do it out there as well and see who comes in. So
and then how can they get a hold of you? Can they email you, text you, DM you through Instagram if they want to show up or to meet you? How does that work?
Usually I post my Instagram, so it's Staff Sergeant _Salazar. And I reply to messages really quick. My email is the same. It's all my information's on there as well. It's jacob.d.salazar number 2 .mail at mail. It's a super long email. And and then by cell phone as well. So everyone calls me at like 559-817-8628. So.
And then if you go and talk to Staff Sergeant Salazar, you're not signing up. You're not like, he's not going to hold you down and make you sign on the line. You know, you're gonna get just some information and
100%.
and just find out a little bit about it.
Yeah.
So don't be intimidated. Because we love our military.
It's awesome.
And so thank you for coming on the show.
You're welcome.
And get in contact with him if you have any questions.
Definitely.
It's important. And thanks so much.
All right.
And
Thank
I'd
you, Jenine.
also like to thank our show sponsor, E. Coleman Sutton, DDS. And we'll see you soon, Fresno.
All right.